Hey everybody, Melissa here. I have been working on concepts for some product that I am placing in a downtown store. I have featured some of these in their separate videos and how we have some that are wrap bracelets like this unicorn here. It will come off the stringing for a wrap bracelet, and it can also be worn as a brooch, just as with the mushroom. And I have another design here that I have featured that will do a wrap bracelet with this World War II compass. And my hand forged art deco hearts, like here I've got some in rose gold, and I have created my own ear hooks that I have hand forged and hammered, doing some interesting designs, like say here with these as a leaf hook. And of course I make my own dangles with torch fired endings where I work with the molecules of the copper to ball it up. And right here, this is that leaf style hook. And what I do is I forge it, and you can see my hammer marks there. Sometimes I want some crazy hammer marks, and then others I try to keep them a little smooth, as in these Art Deco earrings where I've hand forged and wrapped the hearts and then hammered. And you can see that lovely copper color. It will turn red, of course, under certain temperatures of the torch fire. These are some of my wild, bizarre ones. They are Tea Party rose gold earrings, and I'm just loving those little teacups with the strawberries and these sparkly spoons hanging from some more of my Art Deco hearts in rose gold. And for the ear hooks, I have done them in a silver. It is non-tarnished silver over a copper, and I forged those and hammered them just to give us the contrast to go with the spoon of the silver and gold, rose gold, which is gorgeous, gorgeous. You can see I'm loving the rose gold because I dropped from these that I forged with some pink Swarovski crystal, and I put some opals. These are vintage style opals from the 1940s, set in some lovely crown settings. That's what I like to set them in because they're just gorgeous. Here are some pumpkins. We're almost a little late for that. I was hoping this would get into the downtown store before Thanksgiving, but that's okay. I'll either send them and people still like pumpkins during the Christmas season, or I'll wait till next year. But I hand forged those awesome spirals there because I love all of these different styles of shapes. Over here are my, these two right here are some settings in an antique silver where I set these antiqued or vintage, what I would call an ice sugar stone. And they are so sparkly, so beautiful and vibrant, and they pair well with these vintage opals. They're a white opal, and it's hard to see it here. I have done a few videos in my online stores, but see there? See that fire coming through that white opal as light hits it at certain angles? The same for these over here, except I did a combination of these nice deep purple with the ice sugar vintage stones again. And for both of these, I have hand forged gunmetal over copper, and you can see some of the hammering that I've done, and it gives it that nice shape. It looks nice in the ear. I will be putting on rubber backs on these so that they don't slip out of people's ears. Some of them stay in, but they could slip out if people were trying something on. Right there, see there, those rubber backs right there. And as you can see, I make all of my own hang tags for the store. The store, I had negotiated a deal to put my product in there from a very wonderful, lovely shop owner. And part of my negotiation was that if I wanted to, I could put my website on it. And years ago, we got our own domain. And yes, there have been corporations that have tried to use products from people that have tried to take my name. But it's been well established for years, my name. I create under that name, Artistic Jewelry. I also have other work that I do in fighting on the side of good under the name Artistic Jewels. That is what I write under for Steam It, and also testing the narrative on Minds and other platforms. But here we have a keychain that is awesome. I will make sure the shop owner knows that if she is uncomfortable in putting this in the store, of course, I've also got a lockbox there for her. It is like a glass case that she could put this in and lock up and just get out for, you know, adults or whoever she wishes to get it out for if they need to see it in person. But this does have a locking blade, and this little black portion here is the lever that can be pushed in to close that key back up, and you might be able to see that there is a state that I have inscribed right on this key knife, which is also great for a box cutter. Honestly, they're wonderful. I've got a skeleton style one that I put on a chain like this with the leather, wrapped leather. This one is deer skin, where I have wrapped those ends with a titanium over copper. But anyhow, mine I use a lot to cut string, or if I'm out wherever, hiking, even in my own backyard, if I need to cut something fast. Just awesome to have on you. And I've put it on this clip chain, this clip for a keychain, so you could clip it onto a bag, you could clip it onto whatever you need. And then I am also pairing with this one of my guitar picks where I stamp that state outline, and then I'm able to take that out from the center, so it's like a cutout of the state, and it's a guitar pick. And yes, it is a usable guitar pick, and because I like multi-purpose, it has a it's on the keychain, so you could take it off if one wished, so that if they actually needed to use it, they could. And I love usable things like that. But there you go. You can see how I do my hang tags and try to describe what's going on. These are a throwback to some cassette tapes from a vintage era. And I know some people probably still have some cassette tapes, right? I used to run with the Sony Walkman. The CD player would, you know, shake a little, but the cassette tapes are pretty cool, aren't they? And then I have hand